You ever have that feeling where you're not sure if you're awake or still dreaming?
Robert, I wonder if perhaps you would be good enough to take a guest jeep and bring back my grandchildren.
It's impossible.
Tony Stark was able to build this in a cave with a box of scraps.
Hope you have a big trunk, because I'm putting my bike in it.
You had me at hello.
I know Kung Fu.
You were the chosen one! It was said that you would destroy the Sith, not join them!
He picked me, Mommy.
I'm sorry, Wilson. Wilson, I'm sorry.
Everybody just pretend to be normal, okay? Like everything's normal here.
Have you checked the children?
Who should we nuke first?
Let's see. How about Las Vegas?
Las Vegas. Great.
It's 106 miles to Chicago. We got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it.
From Milwaukee, it's Movie Chatter. Welcome to Movie Chatter Podcast, episode 210. I think I got that right this time. I'm Dave.
I'm Don.
I'm Bill.
And I'm Kelly.
Welcome, everyone,
to
the latest podcast.
I was just at a restaurant, and someone... Do you like it when people talk about, a different nationality food, and then when they get to the item, they go from an American accent into a regular accent?
Not if it's a stretch. Like, unless you can say any other words in that language, sometimes that's annoying. But don't, butcher it.
Like an example?
Yeah, give me context.
Like talking about a Mexican restaurant,
Sure.
and then once they have to say margarita.
Oh, no, that's a hard no. That's dumb.
That's very dumb.
That seems silly.
I hate it.
Especially if it's a super common word that's like the same in English. Like,
right.
don't
Right.
do that.
I don't like it.
No.
Chimichanga.
If it's a genuine, dish that sounds different, that is a unique Hispanic word that we don't say the same, maybe.
Yeah.
Right.
What
Especially
word
when
would
you're,
that be?
When you're speaking
Chorizo.
the whole thing.
Even that, though.
I don't know. I can't think of it.
I don't know why you would change your accent just for the word.
No, you shouldn't.
Very irritating.
I didn't like that. My boss used to say Shanghai instead of Shanghai.
Oh, okay.
Because in Mandarin, it's Shanghai.
Right, but it's like, do you speak Mandarin?
No.
Was your boss Asian?
No, that was Euless Payne, and we had an office in Shanghai. I just like to, just talk American.
Did he think that he was sounding more authentic when he was doing that?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like more often than not, you just sound like a bonehead.
Right. And you sound like you're trying to impress people, maybe?
Right. When I was in France, especially in Paris, you'd try to order a glass of water or something, in French, you'd be like, un verre d'eau, s'il vous plaît. And they'd be like, okay, you're welcome.
All right.
You're American. Just
it was the
don't
owner of a Mexican restaurant.
Gosh, those damn Frenchies. Gotta always...
In smaller cities, it wasn't quite like that. But in Paris, they were just just speak English.
Wasn't that way in Montreal? They appreciated you trying.
That's true.
They would
Canada's
help you.
different.
They would help you.
Mm-hmm.
Different. Well, Canadians are generally very
They're a lot
friendly.
nicer.
They are generally very
They're known
nice.
for being
and
nice.
French people suck. So,
Foulez-fou.
I met a lot of nice French people. I didn't mean to put that out there.
I can't wait for
Sorry
the
for
the
our
next.
French
Now we've
fans.
lost our one French listener.
Right. Oh, I love that guy.
We do have a lot of French listeners.
But I do love
Emily in Paris. I can't wait
Canada,
for the
too.
second
that's
episode,
right.
second season of that with
Yeah.
Lily Collins.
That was a surprise good one.
Fantastic show.
And it was very French.
It's like Emily from Emily in Paris and Ted Lasso. They're like cousins because they're like the two nicest TV personalities.
like very genuine.
They're both
people.
really fun.
That's coming out soon, right?
I think so. Yeah, I'll find out for you.
I'm not that interested.
No.
I mean, you'll catch it probably.
I'll catch it.
It's a good one to watch with your
Is there anything else you're super excited about? Because there's one that I want us to mention as far as excitement that I just saw the trailer for this week. I think it's new.
Tell me.
The Jurassic World Dominion.
Oh my God,
that was amazing.
Yeah.
And I showed Mason.
Is that going to be a movie or a cartoon?
No, a new movie. I sent you the.
I know. I couldn't believe it.
You couldn't tell.
I thought,
even
what is
what
this?
it
I didn't
was.
understand it.
It was the prologue. They sent you instead of doing a trailer.
And they're not even putting like a plot.
They're
released.
just actually gave you the beginning of the movie, like 5
Wow.
minutes of it.
So the neat thing is, you feel like you are just there. I mean, they show the big dinosaur maybe stepping on stuff and it's crunching and you can see his toes moving and it's very detailed.
Mm-hmm.
So
and the
what
mosquito coming and
for
like
those who
landing
don't
on it.
know exactly what is this again and where can we see it?
So it's a movie. It's coming out June 10th of 2022.
Dominion,
expected.
right?
Yes, Jurassic
Park,
World,
Jurassic World.
Dominion. And what I'm most excited about, so there's no plot. Like even if you look it up on IMDb, it says plot under wraps.
Okay.
But
Ooh, wow, that's different.
Jeff Goldblum, Sam Neill, Laura Dern, as well as Chris Pratt. So the like.
Oh my God, they're all going to be in this one?
Wow.
They should do it
Big
without
time,
advertising.
Big time.
BD Wong, like all the originals are in it too. I showed Mason and he was like, "This is
Sometimes
awesome."
they do that. So like McDonald's will have Jurassic Park glasses or French fries or something, but they don't do any advertising. But it's all the, other companies, Jurassic Park and
It's funny 'cause
Toyota.
They're almost better off not telling you anything. Like
Yeah,
they don't.
why
They don't
wreck
need
it?
to.
The
Like,
last
I'm
one,
so
they gave
excited
away
anyway.
so
I don't need to know anymore.
They gave away the best scenes of the movie on the last one.
Mm-hmm.
I hate that when they do that.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Me too.
But anyway, that's a long ways off. But that was exciting.
It's a recent trailer, a new trailer. So that's good stuff.
There was something on Netflix called Elves. Did you see that?
I did not.
I did. That's a Danish show. So you're gonna get subtitles.
That's okay.
And it looks really cool. It looks
Yeah?
like
What are you talking like real like elvish
You're talking
people?
you're talking like little hairy guys with a pointy head about this tall and strange.
Like garden gnome elves?
Yeah, garden gnome elves. You see like a Grootish looking arm coming into the through the
Well,
screen.
that makes sense because they're all, the
Wait,
Scandinavian
like
are
cute
all
or
into
scary?
that.
It looks a little bit scary. It looks a little bit realistic. I believe the trailer says something about like a little kid maybe found one that was hurt and took him home or something like that.
Cool.
And
The description where they give you the one word describing the show, and one was ominous. So
Oh, okay.
I immediately said, "I'm
in.
I'm in."
yeah. Right. It is gonna be dubbed unless you go with the
That's
subtitles.
okay. Yeah, I'll go with
That doesn't matter to me. I
Yeah.
watch half the English ones
Yeah.
with
With
bylines below.
Right.
Or I can't always understand what they're saying.
What will you do? What would you do on that one though? Would you listen in Dutch?
No.
With English subtitles, or would you just have the dubbed version? The dubbed version, probably.
That it very much depends on how well that's done because sometimes
Well,
I feel like it's very distracting if their
yes.
lips
It's
are
gotta
moving.
Right now they got
It's gotta be good acting.
Invasion. If you watch that when they do the Japanese section from
It's totally
Jessa.
fine. But I'm so interested.
They're all speaking Japanese.
Sure, and that's
And
complete.
that doesn't bother.
Right.
It's like I don't even remember them talking that way. It just
See, that's
just
what you
becomes
want.
normal.
You don't even notice.
Yeah,
But
you don't even notice it.
But
If
that
you-
can be done poorly. Is my
It
point.
can be done poorly, like Squid Games or let's say Hellbound, some Korean ones. Those I will listen to in the dubbed version. But it's a different deal because now it's an American person who's acting, and just doing that voice acting. It sometimes can be sketchy, not as good.
Like you're like, I don't believe that's you talking.
Yeah,
Sometimes that can be a little distracting.
Right. So almost sometimes I like to just listen to
read it?
them. Yeah, to read it. Get the real actors'
Me too.
emotion
Yeah.
from their voice that I don't
It's
understand.
a commitment.
Yeah.
But then it's like
That'd be my
reading. If I do
preference.
it in bed, then I'm reading and it's just like
Yeah, that's
reading a
impossible.
book. It's like
It's
two
like,
chapters.
no, thank you.
And 90% of the stuff I watch, I'm multitasking.
Right.
Has anybody watched
you'll say.
King Richard? We keep on.
Oh, I
yeah.
want to.
Oh,
We
yeah.
saw it.
Oh,
Was it
yeah.
as good as we thought?
Yes. Good.
Damn it.
Good.
I have
Better than I expected.
Okay.
We were going to watch it last night. We
So
just
I said to
started too
myself
late.
yesterday, Bill, just watch 15 minutes of it, and then,
You were hooked.
and then, maybe another 5 minutes, but if it's not good, turn it off.
Talk us into it.
I was, it was an hour into it, and I first realized, wait, I was only going to watch 15 minutes of this.
That's awesome.
I did not know where they all came from, and the hard, in Compton, how they lived.
So we're
with all the
talking about
violence.
the story of the
Serena Williams and
the Williams sisters.
Right, Serena and Venus, and they actually had like 3 or 4 other sisters, all girls he's raising.
Okay.
But these 2 of that group were the ones that they were the mom and the father coached early on. And they go out to, a basketball court and kind of turn it into a tennis court.
Nice.
But,
Sure.
there's some of the, inner city people that, what are you doing playing basketball? I mean, playing tennis on a basketball court. And
It was a
anyways,
difficult situation.
A little bit of violence there in the beginning.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, it was a little scary.
Well, you got the big actor. You got Will Smith. How did Will Smith do?
He played it you don't even know it's him.
I'm
He
so
was
excited for
Yeah,
that.
he actually almost talks with a lisp or something because as perhaps the father really did. I am guessing he's imitating the guy spot on, and it was just very impressive. I mean, the next time you watch them play or some
you know the history a little bit.
Wow, you will respect them a lot more. Amazing discipline
That's
and
cool.
what they went through.
Interesting.
So very, very cool.
Oh, I'm even more excited to watch it now.
I need to fix HBO. My HBO is messed up.
Still messed up?
Still messed up.
Oh, man.
Oh, another good one you can see on HBO that I think you guys paid like $20 to see. It was just in the theaters, but it's on HBO now.
Okay.
Promising Young Woman.
Oh, yeah.
That was
Oh, yeah.
very good film.
Phenomenal.
Very good film.
I really love that.
Oh,
And
gosh.
So,
Have you rewatched it lately or no? Or just
no, that was the first time.
He did not see that.
Yeah, I
with
didn't see it
us.
with you guys.
So
when did you see it?
Yesterday.
Oh my God.
Whoa.
Okay. Well, then we'll talk about it.
That's
Oh yeah,
monumental.
Awesome. It's
shocking ending.
There's quite a few twists. One, I was saying, oh, you're not going to do that twist, are you? You're not going to go there, and they went there.
Okay.
With a boyfriend, but anyway, Carrie Mulligan. I don't know if you know her from much, but anyway, she's just like a totally different person here. If you see the trailers, of course. And I was surprised Alison Brie was in there.
Oh yeah.
Just for a small part.
Nice little part.
So, a lot of twists. I don't know, what would you say? A drama, a revenge story, which I always love revenge stories. She's trying to revenge her best friend. And it wasn't really, I was like, why?
Avenge?
Revenge or...
Avenge.
I guess avenge, yeah. She wants to...
I don't know what the difference
She's
is.
messing, she pretends she's drunk.
Sure.
At bars, and then people
That's just an
date
awesome
her.
premise.
Yeah.
Like,
It
to
is.
call out like assholes being assholes. It was pretty
Right.
awesome.
Right. So it didn't have like a super happy ending, but it was
No,
good.
it didn't. No,
Yeah.
it was
Not at all. A
So,
recommend?
I would recommend it up to a Thursday, maybe not
Oh,
a
wow.
Friday night because of the ending
content.
isn't that super happy. I like to end on a happy
But
note.
Sure.
I think we all gave it like A's.
Yeah. It
At
was
the
a
time.
very good film.
It's good. It's definitely good. So now free on HBO.
I finally watched one that you guys rented originally, Free Guy.
Oh,
I still haven't watched it
Oh,
yet.
you haven't?
No.
Yeah, it's good.
Tell me about
It
my
was
favorite guy.
it was warmer than I thought it was going to
Warmer.
be. You know what I mean? Like he
yes.
he had a little bit softer edges. He wasn't as much of like the Ryan Reynolds asshole as you're used to.
Right, the Deadpool guy.
Right.
No, he was definitely just a very wholesome, friendly guy. What'd you think in general?
I liked it. It was, cute where it needed to be and funny and still had a little bit of, somebody got shot in the face and it was good. It was very good.
Yeah. Very
What, did you rent
fun
that?
little movie.
Yeah, I was over at my brother's house, and we
okay.
just started watching it. Mavis fell asleep, so I was like, all right, well, let's just watch this movie.
Mason didn't watch it, did he?
Yeah, he watched most of it.
Oh, wow.
He was playing around, and then
It's
he
not
like
too
got
bad.
into it.
I mean, it's PG-13.
Or there's no nudity or
No.
There's no
F-bombs?
nudity. There's a
No.
little bit of swearing, but not.
But not much at all.
Yeah, I mean, like the violence is a
Less
bit
than what
more.
Mom does.
Well, yeah, that's true. To be fair, but like even the parts where somebody like gets shot, it's not. It's video game-ish. It's not super realistic.
Exactly. Completely. There's zero blood in the entire movie.
I still don't like that. That's not something I usually expose Mason to, but sometimes you find yourself in a situation. So we talked about it. It was like that's not real, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, I mean, it's at least very game-ish like.
Mhm,
And
yeah.
I'm sure he's going to continue to be exposed to
Right.
game.
I'd rather
type-
talk about it than try to, pretend that he is never going to see it.
Right.
So.
There's,
But yeah,
there's
I
a
recommend it. I recommend the movie.
Don, you're normally all over the Christmas shows. Have you watched 8-Bit Christmas yet?
8-Bit
No,
Christmas.
I haven't.
Yeah, that looks good.
We're going to start that train on the tracks today. We're going to watch our first Christmas movie tonight, so we'll see. What's this?
It's a new one on Netflix. And
I'm seeing names. I'm loving the names.
Yeah, tell me because I don't.
Neil Patrick Harris.
Ooh,
Okay.
I love
Steve
Neil Patrick
Zahn.
Harris.
I like him.
Oh, yeah,
Yes.
Steve Zahn.
You would know June Diane Raphael if you saw her face. She's been in stuff. And a lot of young actors as well. A lot of kids.
So Neil Patrick Harris, he is talking to his daughter and recounting a story, of early Christmases of his early
Oh my
80s.
gosh, I would
1980s
love this.
Chicago. 1980s
Yes.
Chicago.
So
Okay.
it's like flashing back to 1988.
It's really good. It has the feel of what's the movie Sandlot. It has that kind of feel. It has your Stranger Things feel because it's
Yes.
young kids, and it's basically a movie about a bunch of kids that want the new Nintendo
Oh, it does.
for Christmas.
A 10-year-old set out to get the latest generation video game.
So it's Neil Patrick Harris talking to his daughter, telling her the whole story. So it goes back and forth, back and
Awesome.
forth.
Oh, and it's on HBO Max. Damn it, I have got to get my HBO.
Oh, I thought it was
fixed.
Netflix, but
No, it says HBO Max.
it's really good. I would say for your Christmas movies, which doesn't have a high bar, it's really good.
Okay. Ooh,
Excellent,
I'm excited because
excellent.
I love Neil Patrick Harris.
I got another HBO. Last week it was all Apple Plus. This week it's all HBO.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe it's been there forever, but it's called Jagged Little Pill. It is
That's
a
brand new.
music
Yep.
documentary
It's very new.
on Alanis Morissette. It is so, especially like the beginning, but it starts out, it's her at like 45. Now she's got several kids. She's a little heavy and so forth compared to, she's just sitting on a chair and they're interviewing her and she's telling all the really some pretty good, background stories. And then they will flash back to, well, they start at the beginning. I mean, she was like at 10 years old, she was on a TV show. And then at 14, she was already a big star and had real big hits, but they were like pop 80s hits,
So it takes it's a documentary of the life of Alanis Morissette from youth to today.
Yeah, but really mostly focused on when she really hit it big and how she got there. Like MCA dropped her, said, oh, because she wants to do this, that new sound that she had, right?
Okay. Yeah,
And,
yeah.
No, we want you to keep doing that 80s sound.
Okay.
Well, they're probably a little unhappy because, she had the second best-selling female artist album of all time with Jagged Little Pill.
Now,
And
Kelly
so-
mentioned before we started today that there was an issue with
and I don't
her.
know if it was so much of an issue, but there was like what they focused on as far as some of her treatment with music executives, and I feel like she thought there should be a little bit more light given to that and a voice to harassment in the music industry.
Oh, okay.
So it wasn't that she disagreed with the film, and she fully participated in whatever, but she didn't attend the premiere. I know.
I mean,
Interesting,
it is
very interesting.
very thin line, but I think a lot of these producers had sex with her.
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
and
I mean-
they didn't tell that part of the story. I don't think.
No.
So
Oh my
that was like,
really?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, she was.
Sex.
She
What
had.
the fuck, man? That is,
Yeah.
She's
that
like-
is so weird.
Yeah,
like
because she's saying,
17
at
years old.
12 they were tempted, at 13 a little bit more, but 14 they almost were. At 15,
Yeah.
bam. And by the way, I saw an
Jesus.
interview of her at 15. She's, being interviewed by, one of these nighttime shows.
And she was charismatic and beautiful.
Oh my God, she looks like
but
she's
she
21.
was still a fucking child.
Yeah.
So
She's
Yeah.
only 15, but
This is
Yeah.
sick shit that went on, man.
Right, yeah.
You know, that's terrible.
So that was her, like, what I read about it was she was like, there's still a Me Too movement coming, like a reckoning that needs to happen in the music
Oh,
industry.
good. Good. Fuck all those fuckers.
Right. So
Yeah.
that was the point. I mean, and
Exactly.
she wasn't unhappy with the content or the filmmaker or anything, but she
Okay.
thought that
It
there was a
could've-
chance to
they
maybe
could've-
show
right.
some light
so,
on that.
yeah, they brought that out, although she said she didn't
Shied away from.
she didn't
bringing it all to
make a
light.
claim in a Me Too kind of thing, because she was actually trying to protect her brother, her
Oh.
parents, and things like that.
Right,
Because
right.
then it really hits the fan.
Okay.
But so it was, but that was a small part of it, but it was brought out, and also how the guys in the band used to use the back room for things and all that stuff. But
Yeah.
Jeez.
Recommend.
definitely recommend. And also, I didn't know I liked her music so much.
Yeah.
So
Oh my
they'll
gosh.
talk a little bit and show you some background, and then 5 minutes they're showing you Perfect, or You Ought to Know, or
I was
All
in
Really
high
Want.
school. I could sing
Ironic.
every single one
Hand
of those
in
songs.
My Pocket.
And I play them all on the guitar. That was like my anthem.
Wow.
Really?
I was a teenager when that came out. It was like, that was my anthem.
Oh yeah, well I noticed that when they showed the concert people.
Oh, yeah.
a lot of young people in there.
You can
And
play
yet
all those on
she
the
was
guitar?
very edgy, and she also
Cool.
got the older. I mean,
Yeah.
she had a wide stance of.
One
audience.
Hand in My Pocket is
We
still
might-
like one of my all-time
need to have a guitar
We
in the
need to have an
in the
acoustic,
closet.
a little acoustic show going on here.
It's in my van
Anyway,
right
it's
now.
it's fun on a music level,
Yeah,
because
fun.
they do take the time to show her in concert, and so there's a lot of music in there.
Yeah. Well,
So,
I would love it. I'm sure
some of
I'll-
these documentaries are just all talk. This one keeps it pretty fun all the way through, and yet it's very interesting.
I like music documentaries when you come away almost feeling like you saw a show. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
There's that
and I think
much
you will with this one.
performance.
So,
That's good.
Jagged Little Pill on HBO.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I definitely want to check that out. I just didn't click it.
Love it.
Anybody watch Hawkeye? We haven't talked about
yeah.
Hawkeye.
Absolutely. Loved Hawkeye. First 2 episodes
Christmas
on Disney.
time.
It's a great little hero show on Disney about.
It's a
yeah,
series, yeah.
It is.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And it's got this little bit of, she's Haley Steinfeld is kind of humorous, or
very much humorous.
she
Not
gives
kind
it
of.
she gives it a very humorous tone.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very fun.
You haven't seen it, Kelly?
No, I have not. I mean, it
I would
just,
highly recommend it to you.
just the promos.
Super fun, super family friendly. The story is Hawkeye, played by Jeremy Renner, has 6 days to get back home for Christmas, and
Oh,
he runs
that's
into a
so
little
fun.
trouble in New York City with he and his friends, his family rather, his kids. When he meets up with Kate Bishop, played by Haley Steinfeld, who somehow gets his Ronin suit. Remember from the Avengers movies, that suit when he
They
kind of
call it
went
the
to his
blip.
Well, remember when he went like kind of dark for a minute there?
Yeah, he was
and
like an assassin.
yes, he was
This
an
is
assassin.
when half the people had disappeared.
Right,
Yeah.
including his
Okay.
whole family.
including
So
his whole
he was
family.
in a dark time.
So he was
Right.
just going and like
Yeah.
outing it and offing every bad person on the planet.
Exactly.
so.
Yeah. So he sees that suit on TV because somehow she manages to get it, and he needs to get that back. And so his trip back home has been derailed, and now they're going to meet up, and hijinks are going to ensue.
There's still only 2
Fun,
episodes,
fun.
right? There's not like a
There's
third
only
one.
There's only 2 episodes. Yeah.
Okay.
Kate Bishop is a popular character. Apparently, very popular on Marvel in the Marvel world.
Oh, don't
People
know
are
that.
even saying that
She'll end up in a movie.
that Kevin Feige is thinking Some people say she may lead a Young Avengers movie.
She's got the star power.
Yeah, Young Avengers. You've got the two kids from the.
Ooh, Florence Pugh's in this.
Oh, that was the spoiler for Dave.
Oh shit! You know, actually, I read that earlier. I just forgot about it.
Oh,
yeah,
well.
she's in there.
Have you seen her yet, or she's in future episodes?
No, I'm sure she'll be.
Nope, she's not. Billy and Tommy from WandaVision. You know, they could
so we've got a lot of cameos.
No, those are potential people that could be part of a movie in the future.
Oh, I gotcha.
But anyways, Kate Bishop
I think it's
is
perfect. I mean,
it's a fun show.
You bring
it's really fun.
Haley Steinfeld, you bring Florence Pugh into your Phase 4.
I think Jeremy Renner and Haley Steinfeld have a great sort of
good chemistry there.
Sibling sort of chemistry immediately.
Cool.
They're almost like brother sister, you know, like big brother.
I thought it was more like father
in this.
daughter, you know, like get your act together. Don't be so crazy and you know.
Kinda. I mean, she's a
Similar.
little old for that, but people have said more sister brother kind of deal. But either way, they definitely have a chemistry that I think they're going to play off of a lot. They're very funny. Both of them are funny.
After 2 episodes, I already put this from WandaVision, then Hawkeye.
Really?
As far as Marvel
as the
series?
order to me.
Tell me more about what you like about it, Dave.
Yeah.
Just that it's so different and, you know, light and fun. It doesn't take, you know, of course they all would help if you're a Marvel expert.
Sure.
Right? But you don't have to be.
You don't at all.
And
They've got to do that. They have to appeal to the masses.
right, you know, it's not going
Not that
even
Marvel
though
fans
there's
aren't
quite a bit of
mass.
action in the first 2 episodes. It's not there's nothing no big deal. It's almost like a little bank robbery.
Did
kind
you
of
like
thing.
the tracksuit mafia?
Right, it's almost
Yeah.
comedic.
Yeah,
you know,
it is.
the main villain is a group
like
of
that.
guys called the Tracksuit Mafia, who is apparently, you know, kind of who Ronin was against back when he was around. You don't really know that, but they're kind of telling you that.
Yeah, and they see that outfit on TV too, and
Exactly.
they or see her.
Right, they
Oh
see
yeah,
her, right.
that's how she got it because they were.
You know, I
robbing
also
the place.
really loved how they tied it into the Marvel world. In the beginning, they show a young Kate Bishop back in like 2002-ish during what would have been the first Avengers movie. And so she's in New York when the
that's
the big
right.
squid
when
things.
when the centuries are
that's
are,
right.
are blasting up the New York, and she has a tragedy that happens in that circumstance. Her house is basically blown up. She's very rich, and her big mansion is kind of wrecked with her mom and her dad in it, and things happen, and they really tie it in nicely to even kind of joining, using some footage from that movie of, I don't know if you remember when Hawkeye jumps off the top of a skyscraper and is falling backwards and is shooting arrows up into the air. She sees that from a distance, and that inspires her to become an archer. And so they really tie it into the Marvel world
Marvel
really well.
is so good at that.
They
I mean,
really do a
that's
nice
why they
job of
call it
that.
the Marvel Universe.
I mean, he saved her.
He saved her, exactly.
It was one of those little creatures were coming right at her,
and
he shot her with an arrow.
Yep, exactly.
Cool.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yep. So it looks like it's going to be really fun. It's only 6 episodes.
And I gotta agree. I think that'll be appealing for me. I like the lighter side of Marvel sometimes.
Yeah, it's Christmas.
Not everything could be Endgame.
Not exactly. You know,
I
just
like
take it
Lucky
easy.
the pizza dog.
Oh, and apparently that's very much right from the comics. You
cool.
know, she finds a
got
homeless
one eye.
dog.
I mean, that makes
that
it
she
fun.
feeds
When you see
pizza.
the ad, you see a dog, Haley Steinfeld, Jeremy Renner.
Yep, it looks like it's a lot of fun. It's certainly nothing.
Steinfeld, right? Haley
Steinfeld.
Stein.
I always say it wrong.
And you know, Jeremy Renner was always like my least favorite.
Mm-hmm.
Not that, you know, there has to be the least favorite out of a bunch of great
Like if
people.
I had to rank them.
Right. So,
But I like the way they're taking them in this show.
I do. I just like the whole lighthearted part of this show.
Cool.
Yeah.
It's like
Right.
we need a couple more lighthearted.
Yeah, but yet he's got a little bit of a serious side to him, where they're showing a little bit of his uncomfortableness with being an Avenger after the Avengers, because then they flash forward to afterwards. They have that great scene where he's at the musical called, I forget what it is, but it's like a musical of the Avengers.
That's funny.
Where Captain America is the main, and they've got all these people pretending to be on Broadway, pretending to be Avengers and singing a really, really corny song. And he's there in the audience and just covering
I can
his
do
face.
this all day.
Exactly.
That's the song.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, that.
And
so,
he's just like bowing his head, like,
yeah.
oh.
So he does a nice job of that.
I think the play is called Rogers.
That's what it is.
Oh,
yeah.
Rogers. Thank you.
And it's funny. So Jeremy Renner is in the audience. It's terrible. He's like, Ant-Man wasn't even there.
That's right. That's right. Because they blew that. Yeah. But I do love Haley Steinfeld. She is fantastic. You also can see her as
I like her more. You've been building her up for quite a while. I loved her in Bumblebee.
Yes.
But other than that, she's
You've never seen Dickinson.
I did.
Okay, but
and
you didn't
I
sampled it.
She
It was
got an
okay.
Academy Award in that Western that she played.
Right. Yes, she is. She was
like 10
in
years old, maybe?
True Grit. She plays
yeah.
Maddie
Yeah.
Ross. She was. Yeah, I don't think she got the award, but she was nominated.
Oh, okay.
I
She's
think.
got chops.
But she's really good in this, and
Yeah.
she's,
I think she won.
you can see
Is
that
she?
she's not. She's fully formed actor now.
Sure.
She's not like
honed her
we're not-
craft a little.
Yeah, she's as good. Like, wow, you got her in the show.
Okay.
You're lucky.
Yeah,
Good.
I think she can. Edge of 17. She was really good in.
I like her from Pitch Perfect.
Pitch
of course,
Perfect,
'cause-
Pitch Perfect 2 and 3. She does a voice in the new Netflix show called Arcane, which is a good one about League of Legends. So
Okay.
there you go.
A recommend. It's a recommend all
Definitely.
around. Has anybody seen
Blah blah blah.
on Hulu Pig?
Our
No.
sister Mary just saw it yesterday.
Right. So Mary actually sent me a text while I am watching it. I'm sitting I'm sitting in this exact chair watching it right there in front
And you
of me.
had just
yeah,
like
you sent
minutes
the-
before.
Right.
Yeah, minutes before I said, "Hey, you guys, you should watch Pig
Right.
on
You sent a
Hulu."
little a picture
Yeah.
of the
Because we were going to watch it. I don't know. We had people over. Remember, we were going to rent it or something, and it got voted down, which is
Yes.
probably a good thing.
right because because
But did anybody else see it besides me?
I didn't have time, but I was interested. I
I
watched
did not.
Okay, because I'm not going to review it.
Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, I'm not going to review it.
He looks
Nicolas
pretty
Cage
husky.
doing a role which is very un-Nicolas Cage,
Really?
which I had to actually watch the whole movie. Actually, I watched it twice because Beth watched it. I said,
Whoa.
you should watch it. And then I think I caught it about 25 minutes in and watched the whole thing again. But the first time I watched it, I'm expecting Nicolas Cage to all of a sudden break into Nicolas Cage.
Yeah.
So I was waiting for that
Start
moment.
shooting people.
And they literally threw enough tension in there where you expected it often and it never happened. But
Wow.
which, to me, I mean, not for me, but I've already seen people online going Academy Award winning
Wow.
performance, which
By him.
From Nick.
and maybe it's because it's so unusual for him to just act.
Well, I guess if he makes 40,000 movies a year, he's
Yeah.
bound to get a winner.
One of them will be a hit. One of them will be a genuine piece of crafted
But
acting.
it's about a guy that lives in the woods and has a pig
His favorite
that
pig.
helps him find truffles.
yeah.
Forages
Forager.
for yeah,
Forages
there
for
you go.
truffles. Someone steals his pig. That is the movie. I'd be giving away tons if I gave you more information than that.
Did they steal it to also use it to forage for truffles?
I'm not going.
Oh.
No, that's a big part of the.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The
There could
reason
be-
They
there
weren't
could be
making
anything.
it make it into bacon. Were they gonna make
I
it
mean,
into
there's
bacon?
like
You have to watch it.
He's got a secret fortune that they're leveraging.
I will give
I'm
you.
just kidding. I don't know.
I'll give you some like silly little things to get you to go. I mean, there's a
Please.
scene right out of a Fight Club in this movie.
Oh.
So
as in a fight.
like
With
Fight
Nick
Club,
Cage?
Wow.
like Fight Club.
Whoa.
So that's really not a big part of the movie. It's actually kind of unusual, but it's really good. If I want to tell you about like what the movie is actually about,
It would give it away. You should just dive in. Is that what you're saying?
yeah, but it's not a happy movie, but it's like one you should see. It's like me saying, Don, you should really watch The Tree of Life. You know,
What did you walk
or-
away feeling?
I walked away feeling good in general. Like,
That was a long pause
you know,
for good.
Yeah.
well, it's like
Good.
it's like
In
one of those
general.
movies that like helps you train yourself as you are growing older and life is
Okay.
passing you by.
Jeez.
You know, it's one of those
Don's
movies
like,
where
I'm out.
it's like a good lesson. I don't know.
Okay.
It throws a perspective out there.
A good life.
I get
movie.
a listen.
No,
I get a good
that
lesson
sounds
out of
good.
this.
Right. I mean, there's tons of.
It's lifey.
I'm trying to think if there's any. I wrote down a bunch of quotes from the movie, but nobody else saw it, so I'm trying to see if I can read any of them to you.
Go for it.
Yeah. One quote was. I think these will give it away, or I'll get too sad, and then the show will just just
Do it.
fade.
And we're done
But
here.
it's we don't really get a lot of things to really care about. That's the theme.
Oh, Dave's getting all verklempt immediately. I can see it.
It's a sad movie. It's a sad movie, but really good.
I'm gonna get Dave a pig for Christmas.
Get me a pig. Get me a pig.
A stuffed pig. Oh, that would
So
be.
it's a recommend.
Okay.
Not for everybody. If you're,
But
and it's
Nicolas Cage has a great performance.
I know.
phenomenal. And the only thing, everything I want to talk about it. You know,
All right, well, we'll watch it.
I can't.
A wilderness man,
I
life
can't.
lessons. I can dig
It's a
that.
good tease.
Yep.
It's a good tease.
You know,
Leave it
another
at
one
that.
that you hear about it and you go, oh, why am I going to watch this? A Maid, it's called. A Maid.
Yeah.
And-
Beth watches
And you go,
that.
well,
Yep.
why should I watch something about a woman who's a maid? But talk about life lessons. You know, how just a regular pretty white gal is just really on the bottom, starting from the bottom of the earth. And she is just trying to survive with her daughter. And just all that she does to survive in those 10 shows. And it's all so real.
I mean, are the best, the best
I didn't
movies
think I
are-
would like,
Sure.
so I'll just try it.
That's a really
and
good
I got
plug, though.
sucked in caring so much about it.
I'm sure I would care. I
Promising,
might.
Promising Young Women. That wasn't a happy movie at all.
No, it wasn't. No.
We all watched it.
Yeah.
I think I just hesitated because I know I will care like so much. Like it might be too much for me.
Too much.
It'll just suck every shred of.
Pig might do that to you too. It
Yeah.
might be too much.
Maid is though that's a
I get
series.
sucked in. I care.
It's a series. There's eventually a happy ending, I'll tell you.
She's the actress from Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Oh,
She
sure.
played Pussycat.
Yep.
Yeah,
When that was
and this is her movie. It's all her, and she is great.
the temptress of Pitt.
right.
Cool.
Okay.
All right. Well, let's talk about our final film. We'll right?
No, you. that
Oh,
was just
okay.
fine.
Yeah, we're gonna because we're gonna probably cut this down to a video. We want to give it like its own opening, so Don can chop the
we
the
might-
audio and
Just
turn
to
it
short
into a
YouTube.
video, right? To shorten it. Maybe
Sure.
you don't want to listen to the entire episode, but
Yeah, we might do that. I think we should do that more often. Just occasionally, just grab
A focused review.
a focused review.
all right. So don't jump out the name of this. Let me do that for you because I have a couple notes here. But hold on to your headphones because this could get loud. And I'll give you like one of these chopping things, Don, so you can look at your screen and you can go, oh, that's when we're going to do it. You can find it. Here we go.
A movie review.
Oh, yeah. It's a movie review. Originally called The Red Light Area. That was the first draft.
Ooh.
and then it was called The Night Has 1,000 Eyes.
Ooh.
Oh, that sounds like one of those
Interesting.
slasher movies.
But
Right.
then Edgar Wright, which did this film, which we're going to tell you about, was on the phone with Quentin Tarantino. And right after he did that second title, he was doing the film, and he called it A Night Has 1,000 Eyes. On the phone with Quentin Tarantino, and Tarantino said, "Oh, have you heard a song called The Last Night in Soho?"
Are you kidding me?
And he was like,
Quentin.
"Ka-ching!"
Ching,
Wow.
ching, ching.
And when we watched this movie, The Last Night in Soho, remember the credits? I said Quentin Tarantino's name's at the bottom as a contributor.
Just for that one.
Just for that.
That's hilarious.
Just for
What
giving it
And
the
that-
title.
That's awesome.
I wonder what he
Those-
gets
that
for that.
title is much better.
Probably nothing.
I know. It
Just
all
it
depends on him.
Just like a thing that they do, probably.
colleagues helping
Colleagues.
each other.
Mhm.
Here, Kelly doesn't know anything,
No.
so she can just read that
gets
little
credit.
Last Night in Soho. 2021 British psychological horror film directed and co-written by Edgar Wright. The film stars Thomasin McKenzie, Anya Taylor-Joy, Matt Smith, Michael Aho, Terrence Stamp, and Diana Rigg. Marks the final film appearances of Rigg and Margaret Nolan, who both died in 2020.
Oh my gosh.
The film is dedicated in memory of Rigg. Last Night in Soho premiered at the 78th Venice International Film Festival on September 4th this year, had its UK premiere on October 9th at the BFI London Film Festival, and was theatrically released in the UK and the US in October of 21 as well by Universal Pictures and Focus Features. So what else is it about? The film received generally positive reviews from critics who praised the production design, cinematography, costume design, and the performances, while the writing received some criticism.
Interesting.
Very
Well, that's
interesting.
The
That's right,
writing, I don't
Diana-
think I would give it any
Diana Rigg,
criticism.
she was like in a movie back in the 60s, a series.
Who
maybe
was?
The Avengers or something like that.
She was also an original, not an original, but she was a Bond girl.
Really?
Oh,
Edgar
right.
Wright.
That's
Edgar Wright
right.
has a history of putting, tying in with Bond movies. In this movie, there's a Thunderball.
Oh, that's right. It's on the marquee of the theater.
Yep. He's had
Because this takes place in the 60s.
That's when the movie gets really loud. There is like severe volume change in this movie, which we watched downstairs. And
man.
it went to like deafening.
It was great. I love the music and the sound.
Yeah, Edgar Wright also he does have a Bond thing going, and he wrote and directed this. The drink in the movie, I don't know if you remember, they call about a Vespa.
Oh, I was gonna look at that. We should have had a Vespa there.
I don't know what it is, but it's a drink from a Bond movie.
Yeah,
Okay.
the last one.
Huh,
Should
we'll have
I
to look
look
that
it up?
Yep.
Yeah.
I think it was. Maybe it was Casino Royale.
Casino Royale. I heard.
okay.
I heard it was an original Casino Royale.
And wasn't
So-
his girlfriend Vespa, and so he was naming
Yeah.
the cocktail after her?
Well, that's
Possibly.
fun.
But yeah, Diana Riggs was in, one of those Bond movies way back when. And Edgar Wright is a great director. I
It's
love
just a
all of his
martini,
stuff.
Bill.
So
It's
this
just
is,
a martini made with quina lillet.
Never heard of that.
Okay,
Yeah.
vodka and quina lillet.
So it's a psychological thriller.
It is.
All right.
Yeah, and by that they mean the main actress.
Anya Taylor-Joy.
No.
Right?
Actually,
Well,
it's
she's not really, no.
She's not. It's actually Thomasine McKenzie,
Okay.
who plays Eloise. She has got sort of like a connection with the spirit world that they kind of dive into right off the bat.
Have you looked into her? I mean, is this like, would you call this her breakout film?
Yeah, I mean, she was in Jojo Rabbit also, and she was also in Old.
Which I saw, which I don't remember her.
Yeah.
So,
But this is definitely her,
This is her movie.
right.
I mean,
She's
all
known.
about her.
She's known for Jojo Rabbit. Leave No Trace. Apparently,
it's
is
like
another
Florence
one of
Pugh with me. I mean, this movie made me an instant fan of this girl.
She has credits in The King as well. I don't remember her
Okay.
in that either.
hers. She's definitely the main character here, but Anna Taylor-Joy has as equally significant of a performance in the movie,
Yeah.
if not much smaller in its part. Also really, really good.
Yes.
But it's psychological in that the movie kind of starts by, connecting Eloise with the audience.
Well, Phil, let me give the one sentence synopsis because I didn't know this prior. An aspiring fashion designer is mysteriously able to enter the 1960s, where she encounters a dazzling wannabe singer. But the glamour is not all it appears to be, and the dreams of the past start to crack and splinter into something darker.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's an unusual movie. Let's not.
It's unique.
Describe it.
That
Never
does sound
seen one like
very
this.
unique.
So this is unique.
I have,
Okay,
and I can
all
give
right.
you two movies that
Give us.
it reminded me of.
Sure.
So, it's been a while since they've made movies like this, but it reminds me of two films from the 80s, Body Double and Sea of Love.
I don't.
I mean, they're just that vibe to
That
me.
feel.
I want to.
They
Alright.
feel like an 80s movie, but tuned up for 2021.
Okay, in that aspect.
I don't
okay.
remember
But
either of those.
The gimmick here is that she can somehow connect to the 60s, and she knows not just
Well, I mean, not
details. She knows such details that she actually copies some of the dresses she sees, and uses that as she's going to fashion school in New York now. And because
or
she can
London.
London. That's right. I thought it was Soho from New York, but it's Soho from London.
Right.
Okay.
Right. She's a small town girl who's, accepted into the fashion college of London.
And she has these like powers.
Right. Well, not really powers, but there's a tragedy in her life where you learn right off the bat she sort of sees, she's got a connection to sort of maybe spirit world.
Okay.
And then that carries over. You're not sure if it's mental illness or if she has this connection with
She can see the past.
kind of.
Okay. Interesting.
I mean, they do it in an interesting way. They do it a lot through. They show it in some of the trailers, even that she'll look into a mirror and see, possibly a spirit,
Her mom.
or her mother who's passed.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, and they just never explain all the details there, but
Sometimes it's better that way.
yeah.
But the visions start like subtly, and they sort of help build that tension, And then she gets a room. She rents. She moves to London from a small town. She's not really accepted very well. She has a very difficult time kind of gelling with the students at the school. So she ends up getting a room in what I guess is the red light district.
Right. Exactly.
Just a room at the that's been rented out a long time forever.
It's got a lot of history.
It's got a lot of
Those
history.
walls could talk.
And once she
That's
gets into
right.
that bedroom, she finds out that that room kind
She's
of
channeling
is a
stuff through it.
connection
Right.
for her.
Gotcha.
Right.
Okay.
And that's where she makes the real
But
connection.
that's enough of a description of the movie.
Yeah.
I mean, the music in this movie, it's a
Yes.
music heavy.
A lot of 60s.
And it creates
Crazy.
such
That
a
would be
good
good for
vibe.
me.
Yeah.
That's
Wow.
my jam.
And it keeps it going, and it keeps it, energized throughout the whole movie.
It
I'll
does.
just throw some.
Anna Taylor-Joy does a version of Downtown that's great. Just tons of really good music in it, for sure. The girl is supposed to kind of listen to that kind of music. She's different that way. She brings all these LPs, this vinyl, and a little record player, and that sort of thing.
Here's Anna Taylor. I was trying to analyze her and go, is she a good singer or,
Not really.
not really, but when you look like that and you're singing like that,
I mean, she's okay.
yeah, okay.
She's not really stretching her vocal.
Well, she starts the
She's fine.
She starts the movie like, I want to be a star.
She does. Well, she's playing this sort of. I mean, this performance here that we're listening to is it's real subtle. It's not like
Right.
she's belting it out.
Right.
It's not like
But she had to do it.
Her own
so
little style.
right. It's not Kelly Clarkson, you know.
Any of
pushing
these people that you see in any movie can probably play an instrument, sing, dance.
Yeah.
They can do it all.
You're a performer.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's a great story. Eloise and Sandy are the two main characters, and they have a connection.
How violent would you say this movie is at all, or scary?
Yeah, I mean, we're psychological.
I mean, for
thriller
someone that isn't used to violence, it's
the last third of it is
pretty violent.
It's got some.
Okay.
It's got some
I was gonna
blood.
say,
There's going to be blood.
those kind of tags, psychological
will be
thriller
blood.
could be
I mean, there's
very light or very dark.
It's certainly not for kids. It's even just the content of what happens to the Anna Taylor-Joy character in the 60s is pretty rough.
Oh yeah.
You know, she also is, someone who has got all kinds of hopes and goes there to make it big and finds out that London can be a lot and it can be difficult and it's not as fun as it seems.
Matt Smith, the actor Matt Smith.
Yeah.
Does he remind you at all of Harry Melling?
Who's Harry Melling?
Buster Scruggs without the arms and legs guy.
A little bit. He's got kind of a strange head.
Yeah, they both have an unusual look.
Yeah.
I was confused of who they were.
Yeah, I don't know what Matt Smith hasn't been in a ton. He was Doctor.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
You know what?
Who?
Should I tell you, Matt Smith has a look that he could have been in. What was that black and white movie with Jessica Alba and Mickey Rourke?
Oh,
Sin City.
Sin City. Yeah.
Yeah, like it felt a little Sin City-ish character, right?
Excellent. Yeah, good call.
Oh, good call.
Graphic novel-esque. I love Sin City.
Yeah,
'cause
love that movie.
He's got a very distinctive face. I mean, he's
right.
Very character.
So they get you kind of happy with some of the happy music, and then all of a sudden they take you the other direction.
Right. This
when
movie,
stuff goes
this
bad.
movie definitely is a roller coaster.
Which sets it up, makes it even more impactful.
It does.
Well,
yeah.
It's got some twists in there that I didn't see coming.
Right. It is. The tagline is a murder in the past, a mystery in the future, and that's really what it is. It's they give you these hints about something that happened in the past, and then our main heroine has got to try to figure it out.
But how they're blending that is the movie, which is why you're going to be engaged. Seeing the two female leads blend together.
Yes,
is spectacular.
It is
I could
spectacular.
watch that over and over. I don't,
I love that
the
beginning.
camera work, walking down staircases, and there's mirrors behind them, and there's two different actresses in the same scene.
They did a lot of that, and I heard they actually did that mainly all practically.
Okay.
Cool. They actually shot it.
Yep. They even did one where they are showing, Anna Taylor-Joy's is the reflection in the mirror,
Right.
and the other actress is looking at it, and they used a couple of twins to be able to do it practically. The other people that were in the mirror, they put like a twin here and a twin in the foreground, one in the background. It's actually the kids from the Harry Potter movie, those twins from Harry Potter movie.
So that you had a marker to...
Exactly. So you could do it and not have to...
I heard Anna Taylor-Joy, when she met those twins, absolutely lost her mind that she was in the movie with them.
Oh, really?
Because she was such a fan of the Harry Potter movie.
That's
She was
fun.
Like that
that's
was
cool.
the biggest thing.
Oh, wow. That's interesting.
Yeah.
That's a great tidbit to know, because
but
I
it-
just saw that.
It's really cool, where they're doing the same reflection, but then the other actress, I'm sorry, I keep on forgetting her name.
Thomasin McKenzie.
Right. She would all of a sudden just stop and just keep on watching Anna Taylor-Joy.
Right.
Which was really cool. And then it'd match up again. and-
Right, yeah. Sometimes you thought they were supposed to be the same person in the mirror, but with different images, but then other times she wouldn't do the exact same thing. One time they would be both twirling their hair, and they would look exactly the same, but otherwise sometimes
That's
she would just hold still. And
very
and one would
artistic.
move. Yeah.
Oh,
Like-
it was
like a
very artistic.
very
I mean,
That was
choreographed.
I loved
Yeah.
it.
And I don't think you've ever seen a movie do that, right?
No.
So-
75% Rotten Tomato, 89% audience score. You know,
I
I
think
think Don's going to say recommend. Bill's going to say recommend, right? For sure.
Oh, yeah.
For
Saturday
sure.
night.
I give
Bill?
that a Saturday night.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's if you like, like a mystery horror movie, it's a really good example.
You know who's going to like this movie? Avery.
Mm.
I
Yeah.
will just give it straight.
For
you
sure.
know, because
A
he's like,
personal recommend.
you know,
Yes, he will, because he'll know.
I don't know Avery's age, but I mean, he feels like Avery, you know,
He's got so much
he could have been
knowledge.
right there in the 60s, you know?
Yeah,
Like, he
if-
feels like
if-
he just dropped right out of that movie.
Yeah, I'm his same age. and
Oh, okay, yeah.
I know a lot of music from.
No, I'm just saying, you
we
know,
were
like
10 when the music came
he's
out.
gonna see that and like
Or
be
5.
like, whoa.
He's going to connect.
He's gonna connect hard with this movie.
Yeah.
Cool.
And a lot of people will. It's really good. I mean, other good actors in there too. I mean, it's got fantastic performances from all those people that we're talking about. There's a guy named Michael Ajagio. He's kind of like the one friend he has.
Yeah.
Ajo, I can't pronounce his name. You've
I know
never seen him in anything
sure
else.
I butchered a bunch of those.
Right, but he's really good. There's the mean girl, you know, at the school that is really good as well. Diana Rigg, the old
Oh yeah.
lady that runs the house that she rents from. Tons of
I
great
didn't know when
performances.
the movie started. It just said for Diane or something like that. For Diana.
And that was her.
Yeah, I didn't realize that.
I didn't realize that either. Yeah.
Edgar Wright. He's done some good stuff.
Baby Driver, Scott Pilgrim versus the World, Shaun of the Dead, Grindhouse.
Oh
Hot
my
Fuzz.
God!
Wow.
All those.
All
Now,
those.
should I tell you a little tidbit to connect a couple? Anna Taylor-Joy actually tried out to be Deborah in Baby Driver. Didn't get it. But they were both about the same, you know, the girlfriend, the
Yeah.
waitress.
Lily's more innocent.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, she didn't. Anna doesn't have that.
Yeah,
like,
Anna is a little bit. He's a little bit
Naughty.
A little bit. Yeah, more mysterious.
She
Yeah,
can,
a little
with a flick
stranger.
of her eye, she's menacing.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
She's they're both beautiful women, but yeah, she doesn't quite have that like just straight up pure sugar.
Right,
you
right.
like-
Yeah, no, yeah. She has a look that looks
Anna
like trouble.
Taylor-Joy. She did the horror movie Witch.
Yeah,
She
of course.
did, yeah.
Oh,
Well, then,
that's
of
when I
course,
first saw her, and
She was
she
very
was
young.
like, man.
And then the chess series we love her from.
Oh, of
Queen,
course.
Queen's
Queen's
Gambit.
Queen's
Queen's
Gambit.
Oh
Gambit.
yeah.
Another thing, also, George Miller. What's the Mad Max?
Oh, the Mad Max
Fury Road.
Fury Road.
Okay, so they're gonna do a new movie called
Furiosa.
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 Oh,
Furiosa.
it's a tough one.
Okay, which Anna Taylor-Joy is going to play that part.
Oh,
Right.
cool.
And she was cast because George Miller saw an early cut of Last Night in Soho and said, "There she is."
Yes,
Perfect.
I
Did you
heard
hear
that.
that?
I did hear that.
Okay.
Yeah, impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the way this shit happens.
Yep.
You know.
Cool.
What is she gonna play in the new Fury Road?
So it's going to be a prequel, and the Charlize Theron character.
Okay.
She's going to play that character
Back when
young.
she has both arms.
when she
maybe.
and maybe more hair.
There you go.
Nice.
Well, let's
Boom.
end it.
That's a show.
It's a definite recommend.
Definite recommend. All right. In the old days, I would give it a. Should I say?
No, you shouldn't.
All right.
You're breaking
All
your
right.
rule.
I break the rules. Yep.
Can't.
You gotta recommend
It's
though.
a strong
How about a
thumbs
high
up.
recommend?
How about a strong recommend?
It's a really high recommend. I
There you
mean,
go.
It's an A recommend.
Dave
I actually
loves
did.
it.
Actually, you know, I wasn't gonna rent it. Actually, I was like, I didn't expect to be. I was more impressed than I expected.
Yeah,
Cool.
this is fun. You
That's
kind of
good.
escape into the '60s.
And I still own it for 24 more hours. So they gave it to me for like 3 days. $19.
And that's on HBO?
No, it's on. I rented it $19.95 on
Prime.
Prime.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it's still a big wreck. It's still pulling in a lot of
$4.
cash.
Give me
Okay.
$5. $5.
Oh,
just,
yeah.
Just kidding.
All right.
So next
get the
week
next
we get Tim
Ooh.
And
Nick.
it's going to be awesome.
Oh my gosh, I am excited.
We're going to have 7 mics here. We'll put them right there. Are you going to be here, Bill?
I will be coming back from Miami on Saturday.
I mean, if you can.
Yeah.
If not?
But if not, more room for these
Kelly,
guys.
will you be here?
I should be. I need to know what we're going to talk about.
I'm thinking
know
like
either.
2 o'clock next Sunday.
Okay.
We're going to talk about sushi.
For sure.
Oh,
Fuck.
sure.
Yeah.
We're just going to be wide open. The next week will just be a wide open with some young people. Not that you're not young, Kelly, but way
Nice, Dave.
younger.
Nice save.
It's going to be just a jam session.
Millennials.
Right.
I thought about it. You could be my granddaughter.
What?
That's how young she is. If I had, 18.
Okay. If we were all,
And she could also be your wife
baby
if you were a
mamas.
billionaire.
touche. Also true.
Right.
Or vice versa.
Well, wish I had money.
Oh, shit.
Good
Exactly.
stuff.
All right.
Way
well,
to finish.
say goodbye, Don.
Okay, until next time, goodbye.
See you, boys.
Over and out.
Later.